What's happening, everyone? Eugene here, and today I want to talk about losing. Losing in a big, spectacular way. I have recently been putting out videos on don't be afraid of failure and stuff like that. And in hindsight, looking back a week ago, I'm like, so what? So what? It didn't. Let me put some context behind that. If you've been watching any of the videos about me and my house in the UK, you will know that I was trying to sell my house in the UK, and my mortgage had expired, but there was a buyer, and then the first buyer pulled out. I found myself a cash buyer, and things had needed to progress there. We were looking really good to get it all through, and it has now all bombed out. So I have one of two options now. Option number one, I give the house back to the bank. There's going to be some legal stuff there to try and figure out, and I make nothing on the bank, on the actual property, nothing, nada. Which means that the potential loss ranges from 250,000 rand, okay, to close to about 2.5 million rand. Because if I had sold the house 2 years ago, before the whole Brexit thing, and I'd done it when I really should have done it, I could have made up to 2.5 million rand profit. That hurts. That hurts. But recently I have put out a video on fear of failure, and I must admit that at the beginning of the year, I knew that this was an eventuality that could potentially happen. So I am prepared for it. I was prepared for it. Yes, it still hurts. It's a big loss. Financially, it's a big loss. I had plans that could have used some of that money to invest into another company, and I could have used some of that money to hire someone to try and do more work for us in the rope access business, but now it's gone. So I failed. Openly admit, I put my hands up now and admit I failed. I failed spectacularly because this is a big loss. For me, this is a big loss. I know for a lot of other people, they're probably like, wow, this is a massive loss. But in every failure, there's a lesson. I know what the lesson is here. It still hurts, but it has taught me some very valuable lessons, and that is going to be key for the next market cycle. I'll explain more about market cycles and what I'm talking about in other videos, but I bought my house 1 year before the 2008 recession, so I bought it in 2007 at the heart of the marketing bubble. We went through the recession, obviously everything came down, and over the years it's gone back up. Having sold it 2 years ago would have been at the peak, but now because of the way the market's going, it's already like quite low down. And if I had the lease extension like I thought I had on my property, no problem, the deal would have gone through. But the lease extension and the company that is basically holding us to ransom wants £30,000 for a new lease extension. My buyer doesn't want to pay that. I definitely don't have the money to do that. I can't get the house remortgaged because of stupid things I've done in my past. So that's not, like, my boss helped me buy the house at the time, which that was such an amazing gift from such an amazing human, like, and now it's gone. But there are lessons that I have learned, and that's going to help me for the future. I will need to bounce back from this because there was lots of things riding on that financial injection. So the first option, as I mentioned, was give it back to the bank, get absolutely nothing for it, and fight some legal costs involved there. So I'll probably end up paying a little bit of money in. Well, the other option is that I give it to the buyer at the price that I owe on the house, which means I still get nothing, which still means that there's a loss. There's a loss of what I should have earned from buying a property. Invest in property, best thing ever. Yes, it is, but you gotta know what you're doing, and if I keep it for another 10 years, cool, I can sell it on the next market cycle, but I can't. We only took a 12-year interest-only mortgage. Mistake number one, lesson number one learned. Don't take 12-year interest-only mortgage, you're only paying off the interest. Why did you do that, Eugene? Because I was quite young at the time, and I didn't really know, and I wanted a house, and so I learned a very valuable lesson there. Don't take interest-only mortgages. If your mortgage provider, your mortgage lender is offering you that, don't do it. If you can't afford to get a house on an actual payment plan, you're not ready for a house yet. So think about what you're doing. Lesson number one learned. Hopefully that lesson right there can help other people in the future not make the same mistakes. Because once that company that gives you that interest-only mortgage, they want you on that. The minute you want to go on, a lot of them don't even offer you payment mortgages. So be careful there. Don't listen to your mortgage advisor when it comes to this. Lesson number two is don't be greedy. I spoke to one of the guys. We used to live in a nice little area, and we used to walk the dogs together. And this one guy, I phoned him up, and I was like, "Oh, can you please go look at my house? I'm trying to sell it." And he's like, "Don't sell it now. Sell it in a year's time. The prices will be £100,000 more." And I was like, "Oh, wow, maybe I shouldn't sell it now." Taking advice from other people instead of doing what you believe is the right thing because you're trying to get extra money. If I'd sold it then, I would have actually been selling it at the peak. Lesson number two, learned. So, very valuable lessons. The other lessons are more for me for the future. Market cycles, as I mentioned, trying to time it better, learning should have been done earlier. I had that gut feeling of let's do it then, but so trust your gut. Lesson number three, trust your gut. And this is where I made a very big boo-boo, big mistake in this whole experience because of the fact that for the last 5-6 years I've trusted my gut. What are you going to study next? Okay, let's do this, let's go this, let's open this, let's do this, let's start this. I've trusted my gut along the way. And then when my gut was saying to me, sell it now, I let external forces influence my decision. So, lesson learned. Trust your gut. So yes, is this a painful experience? It is. Is this gonna take me years and years to get over it? No, it's flipping not. That I can promise you now. I'm already in my head, right, more determined now to do more things regarding my businesses so that we can grow those businesses, take those, because I was hoping a cash injection would just do what I needed it to do, but now there's the manual hard work that I'm going to have to get back into, which, don't get me wrong, I've never left, but there's additional work. Now there's those late nights of I need to grind out certain things to improve my marketing, to improve the digital experience, website, customer, do more to accommodate for that loss by growing what I need to grow. So, have I learned another lesson in that aspect? Yes, I have. I've learned that I took my foot off the pedal for about half of this year. After I started Lodgebox, which was the B&B company, I took my foot off the pedal a little bit. I was like, okay, I had 3 businesses going. I was like, let's just focus on what we've got and I can take a step back now. No. You want to succeed in life, don't take your foot off the pedal. Another lesson learned. Because if I hadn't taken it off the pedal, we would be in a slightly better position. But I've been grafting for the last 5 years, 6 years. I just wanted a little bit of rest time. Okay, cool. Rest time is over. Playtime is over now. Now we focus again. We focus to be able to look back at this period of time and go, well, that was a loss that taught me to fight harder for the things I want. Don't listen to outside voices. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many lessons that I have learned that I've just come to terms with in the last 3 days, 4 days, and even now just doing this video, there's more that's come to light, but I know that there's more lessons to learn along the way. So this is a loss, but I'm using this loss as something that's going to spur me on to achieve my goals. If I have to work harder, that's cool. I have to work harder. If I have to invest more energy and time and everything into, that's fine. This is my dream. So am I ready to fight for the next round? Damn straight. Am I going to be winning the next round? Let's just watch the space, I suppose. There's one song that I wanted to play. I'm just going to play a little clip here now, and I just think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. During the last couple of days, the Motivational Hits 2019 playlist that I have on Spotify that I've created, there's a few followers now, that has played a massive impact. It has had a massive impact on getting me to the right frame of mind. And this is the song I want you to hear now. So,
I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will arise.
So as you heard, it says there, I'm a survivor, going to come back stronger. This is not the end. This is definitely not the end. This is now. I've completed step 1 on my journey. I know that might sound ludicrous because step 1 has just taken me 5 years to complete, 6 years to complete, okay? But that is step 1. That there is now, right, you've learned all of this. Now let's go for step 2. Let's do it. Let's fight for what you want from your life. So, watch this space, guys. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in to another video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope there's some lessons there that other people can potentially learn. If you have any comments, please drop them down below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. And yes, keep on doing what you need to do to become the person you want to become. Have a great day, guys. Take care.